Morning everybody, Melissa here again. It's been a little over a month since I did my last hair update. I am stuck in traffic on the highway, which is why everything looks a little bit different here. And let me put up the windows so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Okay, now I sound like I'm in a little bubble type thing. And the best part about vlogging like this is that it kind of looks like I'm talking on a hands-free cell phone in my car, so it's less weird, so we can do this. So yeah, today's video is going to be about things I regret about my Microlocs. I know a lot of people tend to make the videos about why they love their locks or what they love most about their locks, but you never really hear very much about the converse side of things. So I figured I'd come on today and just talk about that a little bit. So yeah, one of the things I think I definitely regret about starting my microloc journey is the fact that I hadn't started it initially. I started with traditional locks because I talked myself out of microlocs, which was kind of silly, and I really need to stop talking myself out of things I really want to do. Things have been kind of stressful in life lately. I'm not really going to get into it right now, but you know, it's kind of been making me reevaluate things when it comes to what I do and why I do some of the things I do, and why I haven't been doing some of the things that I plan to do from time immemorial. Like, for the longest time I've been wanting to write a book. I've been wanting to, I guess, start my own business. I've been wanting to get more into, you know, making more art and having that be how I earn my living, but I haven't really been doing that because I've been too cowardly. But that's a video for another time. So yeah, I regret not starting my Microlocs sooner, because if I think about it, this November would have made 3 years since starting my original lock journey if I had kept my first set of locks. So that means I would have been 3 years in the game if I had started my Microlocs 3 years ago. And I feel like that is a bunch of wasted time, and I feel like I would have had I would have been closer to my length goal if I had just gone with my original idea from the beginning and not been so wishy-washy in deciding what I wanted and then finally doing what I wanted with my hair. The next thing I regret about my Microloc journey, I do regret the fact that I was so impatient when it came to combing out my traditional locks that I didn't take the time to make sure I had that really perfect grid. Granted, there's not really much I can do about it now, but it's still something that kind of bothers me if I think about it too hard. The fact that my grid isn't absolutely immaculate kind of thing. Because every time I used to do my mini twists or my micro braids or something like that, I used to take a lot of time to make sure my parting in certain spots were really, really exact. But if you look at my hair, you can't really see my scalp, so you know, when my hair gets like this, it doesn't really bother me because I can't see my scalp anyway. But when I freshly retighten my hair, it is more obvious that my parting and my grit is not exactly straight. So that does kind of bug me at times if I examine my hair a little bit too much. Granted, I could still part my hair in all the same spots, and the parting was exactly the same as when I had my traditional locks. But because of the spacing of some of my locks, certain areas look a little bit empty, like right here at the temple on this side and kind of on that side. Like, there are just smaller areas that just don't have as high a density of hair as the rest of my head. And to me, that's fine. I mean, it's been something that I've had for like years, even when I was a loose natural. So I'm not entirely sure why it's bugging me now, aside from the fact that it makes the empty spot more obvious, the fact that my grid is kind of wonky kind of thing. Like, if I had planned better, I would have been able to put locks over that spot and just have them, you know, positioned in such a way that that little spot would be less obvious kind of thing. Okay, so that is wasted time and not being patient. What else? What else? Another thing I kind of regret about my Microlocs is the fact that I didn't experiment with my hair more before I started my Microlocs. Like, I never really did that much when it came to bleaching my hair, coloring my hair, anything like that. And the one time I did color my hair when I had locks, I picked a color that wasn't really flattering for me. It was a red. It was a really pretty burgundy and pink and stuff like that. And my friend Bob, she really did a good job in getting the color to be like really, really vibrant, considering I didn't want to bleach my hair. But I didn't really like how it looked on me, that particular color. And it makes me kind of wary when it comes to choosing another color to put on my hair. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out as time goes on and stuff. I think those were the major ones, and a couple of things. Wait, another thing I regret about my Microlocs is that I didn't continue braiding and banding when I initially started, because granted, I do enjoy the thickness of my hair, but I do miss the length. It's starting to it's starting to grow back in, and I think my my 1 year lock anniversary should be like February 9th. I think it's February 9th. February 9th or the 10th, one of those two. So yeah, that will be happening next year, and at the present moment, this is November 2nd. So November 2nd, February till now, I think that's 9 or 10 months. It's 9 months. Yeah, it's been 9 months since I started this new Microloc journey, and so far so good. I mean, the weather's cooled down a lot, so I haven't had that many issues with my seborrheic dermatitis, and I'm planning on changing my diet to kind of help clear things up a little bit. Because I went to the dermatologist recently after going to my general practitioner. Neither really had solutions to the problem. They only had like medications that would kind of alleviate symptoms and the rash and stuff, and those cause different side effects like upset stomach and itchiness and all that stuff, which kind of defeats the purpose of me going to you as a doctor if I'm having, you know, irritation, rash, and itchiness, and some of the side effects of the medication you're giving me is a different kind of rash with more significant itchiness. So yeah, basically what the problem was, I had this skin fungus on my stomach and across my chest and back and the back of my legs. What was it called? Folliculitis or something like that. And the thing is, after a certain point, it kind of becomes systemic, where it's just in your bloodstream and it's just living there, and there's not really much you can do with like general medicines. Like, you have to get kind of extreme. So what I'm planning on doing is, the folliculitis fungus is caused by an overgrowth of Candida bacteria. So what I'm planning on doing is like a Candida cleanse, where I change my diet so that it's very low carb, no sugars and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of proteins in my diet, and less sugars. Hold on a sec. So yeah, a lot less sugar and processed foods and the like, and taking like a herbal supplement to kind of kill off the Candida bacteria overgrowth. Because everyone has good and bad gut bacteria, and Candida is one of those things where if you have a bacterial overgrowth in your system, it can cause all sorts of things, like cause your eczema to flare up, cause seborrheic dermatitis, folliculitis, all these different sorts of things. And sometimes it can get to the point where it can cause certain types of cancer. Homegirl ain't on that run, people. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to have to make a drastic change in diet. I'm probably going to do that after the holidays at some point. I can kind of be a little bit lenient with things now, because there's all these different holidays coming up, and I really don't want to have to think about it during Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, which is like Starch City for any Bahamian. For all my people living in the Caribbean, you know how all the foods are when it comes to Christmas and Thanksgiving and the like. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And normally cleanses should be anywhere between 2 and 4 months long to make sure that you completely kill all of the candida bacteria. So that is what's going on with me, guys. Sorry, I'm not really looking at the camera. This is a car vlog, and I'm actually driving for this particular car vlog, which is kind of unusual for me. But anyhow, I'm off to my parents' house to see my sister. We have a couple of errands to run today. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys later.